Congratulations! You made it to a educational video. And as you see here, I'm gonna talk about how to work hard. And I'm glad. You could have clicked on TikTok, you could have watched another episode of the anime on some pirate site. You could have done a lot of things, but you made the decision to click on this because you intuitively knew that your work was slacking. That you're slacking, you suck at working. You knew this intuitively, and I'm glad you clicked on it. If you can make it through the video, then I have some promises. And why should you listen to this guy you just found on YouTube? Well, everything I will share in this video will have been tried through trial and error. I have been there in a dark room, a bit of depressed, weird hair, having cartons everywhere. I've been depressed, sleep deprived, sleeping in class, junk food, relapsing every 2 weeks. I've had a lot of shit in my life. And everything in this video will have been tried. And I will not pull something stupid from my ass. I promise you, tell you the real takeaways that will actually help you. Story. I remember once, there was a Monday. I came right home from school, and my mom came in, knocked on the door. Next week you know that is some test, right? Ugh, and I'm like, come on. Whatever, I'll study in the weekend, right? Don't have time anyways. And days later, it's weekend, and now I hadn't studied or thought about the test as much, and then I remembered, oh yeah, I have a test, but I don't feel like doing it right now. And then previously I promised that I would do it on the weekend, but that didn't happen, so it was on the back burner. I sat myself down. I needed to work. I had a test after his weekend, so I sat myself down anyways, even though I didn't feel like it. It was really hard, difficult. I sat myself down, felt like shit. I went on YouTube. Oh, maybe some music can help me, perhaps. 30 minutes later, I'm running around with a speaker, like a dickhead, like fucking cringe anime opening, running with a fucking speaker. That's me. That's probably you. Like, can you relate to this? You have a fucking speaker. Oh my gosh, I was going to be so productive CEO, but then you have a fucking speaker and fucking music. So, back in the day, my work rate was that like 2 hours per week at most, if I ever got around to it. And I was also miserable, and that's why I'm laughing so much, because I've actually made progress in this area. Thank for fucking God I did that, because if you're in my shoes, or in these shoes like I was previously, then I think this video will be helpful for you. So in this guide I will go through how most people work, mindsets to break the brainwashing, and how to actually work, how smart, oh man, I think I messed up. Okay, mindset to help you re-educate yourself is what it should be. Okay, but I will go for these formulas here. So, when do most people work? When do they time their work? As a as a bad student in school, in high school. I haven't went to uni because I'm still in high school, and I am planning on doing it. But in high school and grade school, I don't feel like doing it. I guess we'll do it later, right? Do it later. And then you hear about procrastination is really bad, I'm like, I don't care. Like, I do it later, I don't feel like doing it right now, so I don't do it. We thought this was kind of cringe. It's like, yeah, maybe, I don't know. But this is fucking essential, man. Like, this is fucking important, man. If you do this, then I know what your person you are, and you need to stop this already. And it doesn't help you. Like, if I tell you this is bad, it won't help because you already know it. Either you don't know how to break this, or you don't give a damn. And I hope I can make you give a damn about it. Oh, but I don't want that mental effort. But you save mental energy by not doing this. So, and most people as well. And okay, a big reason why they do this is because they're tired. But it's also because they tend to do it when the energy is at its lowest. They tend to do, oh, I need to study for the test. You study for the test when you're about to sleep. You're tired as hell. You eat food that doesn't even give you energy. You eat carbohydrates, you fap, and then you think you can do your purposeful work. It's very interesting, isn't it? So when they actually work, if they ever get around to it, they're like me, running around with the speaker. Or in the headphones, they try to 3 different music, like rock, man, rock, or should we do anime opening? What music should I do? I pick a music you like. You go on Reddit, music good for reading. Yeah, it's pretty good. And then you, then they recommend, then you click on it. Oh, anime, do actually anime openings. It's fucking sick, bro. And I see most people, I see them in class, right? They have their food, right? By the table, I also see a phone. And then I see this posture. And then I see this. What the hell? That's a problem. So what they're doing while they're working is not aiding them. We know this. And when they get bored, which is all of the time, they try to have fun. You see, I'm recording my screen. You see there? I can click there and Control T. Oh, YouTube. I could do that, but I could also not do that and get my work done. Haha, ha 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 ha. Instead of Control T, Reddit, YouTube, Pornhub, Instagram, video game site. How do I get top tier in this, with this deck, with this play style? Oh, should I go Hunter or should Titan or whatever game you play? Oh, Fortnite maybe. Oh my god. What's the mission today? Can I get some V-Bucks today? Can I? You do all this while you try to work. Like, you have no respect for yourself, and then you have your phone. I can't do the sound. Only my teacher at Knowles could do that, but I don't know, but and then you check, oh, my mom. Instagram. TikTok, someone liked your picture. You got another like on your YouTube video. Oh my gosh, event happening in 2 hours. And then TikTok, someone shared and tagged their picture. Never ending notification, and they always sound like, oh, it's so disturbing, let me work. If you have notification on, it shows you have no respect for yourself. And you're definitely not gonna do your purposeful deep work with this on. And doing this on your breaks, you're not gonna feel like working anymore. And then you listen to your brain, you reinforce the addictive side, and after 3 days you're addicted again to the TikTok you've been freaking trying so hard to get rid of. And then you're sitting there eating, trying to study. Doesn't work that well. So What's most people's problem is that they are generally relying on stimulation outside of the task itself. You have a video of someone playing Fortnite on your phone. You have TikTok. You have two phones. You have one TikTok and one Fortnite, and then you have 10 tabs, and then you have music on, and then you have sound. The TikTok does some sound, the Fortnite does some sound while you're listening to music. So you have 3 different sources: music, TikTok, Fortnite, and then you have 10 tabs, and then you go check. Oh my god, power level in Fortnite. Oh, how do I get V-Bucks? Oh my god, free skin, another skin. What skin? What item shop is today? You know what I mean? They do all these things while they're trying to work. And then they're wondering, why can't I get any work done? Then you go on Reddit and yeah, maybe get some music done, make it fun. And then but having TikTok makes my work fun. But then you're not focusing on the work. Like, people with 0 brain cells out there, it's insane. They're like, why don't I enjoy work? And then they go on Reddit, making working fun is a good thing. And then it's so fun that they do the TikTok without the work, because the work was so much more boring than the TikTok. Oh my gosh, like, honestly, they deserve. But they also don't know much, but they, like, of course you're not gonna do any good work. Like, why would you do any good work? It's insane. And then, as I said, they do the work at the worst possible time. They do it while they're in rest and digest mode. They're eating huge dinner, and they eat lunch with carbs, they eat breakfast, they eat all the fucking time. They're tired, they're trying to digest the food, but they're eating fiber, they cannot digest it. Literally, they're stepping into resting territory. They decide to do the work, and then as a result they sleep deprived, because they actually, when they get around to it, it's like 5-10 p.m. and they're tired as fuck. So that's how most people work. They work like pussies. And that's probably a reason, if you work something like this, then that's probably a reason why you can't get the work done. It's not even, it's like, yeah, it's not weird. Like, of course you can't work if you do these things like normal people. So, second step in this guide, mindsets, or I guess, mindsets help you re-educate yourself. So, you need to get this through your brain right now. Everything is your responsibility. Live life as if your father were dead. I learned this in the book I read. Live life as if your father were dead. You need to take some responsibility for yourself. You don't need your teach to tell you what to do. You yourself tell yourself what to do. If you're struggling to find the thing you wanna work hard towards, because now you know why people are bad, they don't work, and this and this and that. You can check out my previous video, it's called Go in Monk Mode or whatever, it's Monk Mode, it's my previous video at least. There I talk a bit about Monk Mode and why it's essential for you to focus all in on one thing, and then I talk about that literally a walk without technology, like literally just going out to walk can be very, very recharging, rejuvenating, will perhaps even get you the answers of what you should actually work towards. And you need to have this ingrained in you. Live as if your father were dead. Everything is your responsibility. It's your responsibility if you haven't found your purpose just yet. But I have to tell you that the modern world has not made it easy for you. So I sympathize with you. I've had the same problem, but thinking that it's society's fault will never help you. Thinking, this politics sucks, this party sucks, this ruler sucks in this country. It's not gonna do anything. Maybe you change the country because of that, but it's not like you can get it perfect wherever you want, wherever you live. The best thing is actually thinking about that. Literally, everything is your responsibility. Why haven't I made my purpose yet? Why haven't I made money? Aren't I happy yet? It's because of some other things. I don't know. Maybe it's the government fault, but maybe it's you're just a dick as well. Perhaps it's both of them, but everything is your responsibility. So it's your responsibility to fix that. Harsh truth, but that's the truth. And I promised you that I was not gonna pull something thick out of my ass that would be sexy. No, something that would be the truth. That's what I promised. So it's you who decide when to work and what to work on. I decide to work 10 hours because I love working and I don't want to do anything else. Because I literally sacrificed everything else. So the only thing I even can do is read and write and go to the gym. So like the first hours of the day I just work, scripting, making videos. And then the later day I just gym, reading, then repeat. And I'm happy doing so. Because I'm in this monk mode period, which you can also check out in the next previous video. But make a timetable for yourself. I literally scheduled every single minute of my day. So it's your responsibility how much you work. So make a timetable for yourself when you should work. Maybe even wake up earlier to work before school. Let's say you're school. I literally work before school because after school I am tired and I can't do the work. And I am very purposeful in this work. It's very important for me. So I do it before. So I made a timetable and optimized my routine. It's your responsibility. It's not the sexy answer, but it is. So, okay. You and yourself. You decide when you need a break. Oh, bull, no shit. But these Pomodoro techniques, this deep work thing. Like, yeah, I really like deep work. It's really important to work really hard and stuff. But you yourself decide when you take a break. Meaning that don't have a timer, 30 minutes and then I don't get off. No. And 3 hours. If I don't work 3 hours, I can't move. I need to work 3 hours. And when I mean work, I mean this. Work is not sitting yourself down in the chair. It's sitting yourself down in the chair and artistically focus on one task at a time. Apologies. Example, if I record a full guide, I literally today, this morning, I recorded 3 videos. This is my third one. And I literally took one break after the first video. I did my second video, but now I actually have energy left, so I do my third. And then I take a break after this third video. And perhaps I script, or perhaps I record even yet another video, but you yourself decide. So if I'm really fatigued after speaking for hours, because it is not as easy as you think speaking for hours. Like, yeah, you consume this, but you're just talking about things you love. Yeah, I do, but it's still exhausting to talk for like 3 hours on end. You don't understand. You think this 18 minutes I've recorded. No, I've recorded almost 3 hours at this point. So it's not easy, but I like it. I think it's purposeful. I think it's important. And this is something you need to learn. Experimentation will eventually lead to perfection. Because, I read about, I was trying to be author once. That's a funny story. Trying to be author, right? And then I read Stephen King of Writing. Very good book, by the way, if you're into writing very much. But it wasn't my thing. Like, it was very good book and very educational, but it wasn't my thing. Because at the time, I thought it was a full-time writer or whatever. But it wasn't my thing. I found out with the realization walk that, yeah, fun, it can get me money, it can get me this. And yeah, fun to write a book, but it's not as purposeful. It's not the right thing to do. What I'm doing now feels right. But experimentation is what leads to perfection. Because he in that book told us, outlining is bad, the story gets boring, this and this and that. But I found myself only being able to write when I outline. And there are guys saying that monk mode, don't sleep, don't do this. And very few people, but there are actually people who only need like 5 hours sleep, who does follow this routine. Very rare, but there are people who only need that. And then they Yeah, that's the best for them, but for the majority of people, no. But there are things that work for people that doesn't for other. Like it doesn't CrossFit workout, muscle hyper, low rep, like 20 reps, low weight doesn't work for me. I need that high weight, not powerlifting, but I need to push to failure with like 8 to 12 reps. I cannot. And that's the only thing that worked for me in the gym. You see, it's different because there are people saying, oh, but this business model is best. The other people say this business model is best. They're all good. Like every single business model works if you love it yourself. Because if you think about it, every single business model have the same result, right? Like it's either you help, like to get money, you solve other people's problem, and if you're passionate about it, then of course it's easier for you to solve people's problem. Because if you have went through this hell, like let's say you're a brain fog, you're tired, you could only work for 1 hour a day, then you share what made you work for more hours a day, which I'm doing now. Like because these things made me work for so many more hours, which I'm telling you in this video. But experimentation is the only way. You can take my advice, you can implement it, and you can try it. And if it really doesn't work, some people say eating right before dinner is best, but I can't, so I don't do that. But the experimentation, but good knowledge is still important. So good knowledge plus experimentation will lead to perfection. Make it specialized for you. Make the best routine for you. It's not your social media influencers that gonna work for. I'm not gonna do your work. You need to do your work. And because you need to do your work, you need to experiment. You need to specialize it for you. So I've covered the mindset to help you re-educate yourself and destroy some brainwashing limiting beliefs. Now 3, how to actually do the work. So deep work is what I'm gonna talk about here. So deep work is literally you sit down in your chair, work, not changing tabs, not looking like this all the time. It's artistic focus. That's what deep work is. Maybe not do this while you work, but you sit. I don't have any thoughts in my mind. Like my mind is literally empty now. I don't have any thoughts. What am I gonna eat? What am I gonna do after this? What's the time? I just sit here. If I wonder, because inevitably will happen, like meditation, people think that, oh, but I suck at meditating because I think of different things. Yeah, of course you think of different things, but you need to focus back on it. That's the hard part. You will mind wander sometimes, even if it's really purposeful work. Then you just focus back. You think about anime for a while, and then focus back on the deep work. You will mind wander sometimes. And know that it's a part of the process, and just focus back. Focus back. It's like focus back on the breath in meditation, but just focus back on the work. Focus back on the work. And eliminate all digital, mental, and physical distractions. So don't change tabs. Don't have a phone near you. Things that distract you. Like if you go on your phone randomly, then don't have your phone close to you. If you notifications, then turn them off and put the phone in another room if that disturbs you. Mental, you're procrastinating doing something you really need to do, but you try to do really purposeful work. Let's say you have schoolwork, but you want to work on your business. Do the schoolwork first, because you cannot work as well if you have schoolwork in the background. You need to eliminate physical distraction, clothes on the floor, too many things on the table, whatever. Eliminate all those distractions, and digital as well. All the possible distractions, such as you searching, going on YouTube randomly, taking your phone, looking at clothes, being stressed by something in school or at work, or something in your life is not good. You know you should hit the gym, but you coped and watched this video instead. Like, fix those things before you work. So when you do this deep work, I highly recommend you choose 1 to 2 tasks you cannot do without. What 1 to 2 tasks will move the needle the most? In my case, 2 tasks is in my working, you can say 2 tasks is scripting and recording video. Those things I do, and then I read to make better videos. So I do 1 to 2 tasks: scripting, recording. I only do those tasks. I don't reply to comment. I don't change profile picture all the time. I don't do any fancy edits. I just get better at speaking. I script a good video, and then I learn a fuck ton and improve my life in the meantime. That's it. But there might be some benefit in replying to comments, do this and this and that. Not as much as the other. And the other thing, if you can spend 1 more hour recording, like 1 hour for recording video is like a full guide. So if you can spend 1 more hour recording video instead of replying to comments, then you have literally a full guide more per day or per week or whatever. You see what I mean? It's like, no matter how, it's actually pretty good replying to comments, do this, and but in the end of the day, the only thing that will move the needle, because replying to comments won't get you videos up, and you're a YouTuber, so in my case I'm a YouTuber, so videos is the only thing a YouTuber should do, like have the videos on. And to get the videos on, I need to record them, and these scripts help me doing that. So I do script and recording and then upload it on YouTube. No edits, no fancy shit, just uploading it, because I'm not trying to make it dopamine. No, I do this video because this is like reading, it's education. Because this will help you, like dopamine edits, like edits and all those things will just do something with your brain. You won't take in the knowledge as well. You might mind wander when you're watching this video because, oh, he's so slow, he's talking so slow, he's speaking so much, he's repeating what you say, he's doing this. If you can focus on me right now, literally full screen, and then listen to me, maybe have subtitles on or whatever, just listen to what I'm trying to say. It's the best way to get this knowledge. And if you clicked on this video without trying to better your work, then what the fuck are you doing? You're just click on this video randomly. This video is for someone who actually want to improve their work. So not the email, replying to comment, changing titles and videos. It's not deep work. Maybe changing the titles and a thumbnail can be fun. Like, yeah, sure, maybe you do that sometimes, but the more time you spend on these things, the worse the recording and scripting will be in my case. But yeah, if you're not in your deep work hours, let's say you have done very hard work, you have hit the gym, you have done all the things you said you were gonna do, then if you thought of something, a better title, whatever, I'm not gonna stop you, but I'm just saying that the more time you spend on this shit, and especially during the work hours, because I know this, that titles and thumbnails can be very important for a YouTuber, but it won't really move the needle as much as this. So as an action step right now, clean your room and set a block of time when you just 100% artistically focus and work. So maybe even change your working environment, clean everything, make it so you have less physical distraction, mental distraction, get everything, go to the gym now instead of procrastinating, do the things you needed to do, and try to do full screen while you work and just artistically focus on the thing you're doing. So 100% focus on it. That's one of the best advice I can give you. This deep work is the difference between a shallow worker and a deep worker. The deep worker gets 100% more done and feel good about himself. Unlike the shallow worker who replying to comments all day, you can fuck them. Like if you're a YouTuber, if I'm a YouTuber, so I can fuck these guys just replying to comments all the time because I'm actually making better videos, learning things. It's like the guy who do sports, like the guy who just practice soccer and improve his health and whatever is gonna beat the guy who did that but then went on podcast every week flying around. I'm a famous athlete, whatever. So make work your priority. If it's really important, then sacrifice everything for the goal. Like if you're like, yeah, I wanna work on my business, getting some money is fun, then honestly I would recommend you having this clear, really clear goal. Like go on a journaling session. If it's like vague, I don't know, go out, walk. That's what I did. I walked and now I know this is the path. So now I made a new timetable. I think it was like 3-4 days ago. And I made this 4:30 to 19. I work. I work I then go to the gym, then I read, and then I repeat. You need to sacrifice for your goal. You can't have one-off video games. You can't have something funner than your business, because then you will inevitably be addicted to that. Because if that's the only fun thing in your life, then you will start craving that thing. And if that thing is not your business, then you will have a problem. So ask yourself, what will increase my energy, which I can put to my work. In my case, working out gives me more energy the next day, so it gives me more energy. Eating carnivore diet, literally meat and fat, eating the right diet, improve my energy. So good diet, like best, honestly I recommend just eating meat and butter and salt, like none of the other stuff. And if you want to know more about this diet, then I have made a video, and the thumbnail is a big shuck steak. A big ribeye, like 2 kilo of ribeye steak, a really big one, so you can check that out if you want any questions about diet, because diet is inevitably one of the most important things for your work. Like if you're eating junk food, you're eating breakfast, you're not fasting, then you will have this brain fog, this tiredness in the morning, which are supposed to be the most productive time for you. So what can I remove to currently save time and energy on my goal? Like, I removed all the phone things because it took energy and it took time. I eliminated, it's been like months now, I don't remember even what I did, but I eliminated, with the diet, so I only make meat. It's even faster to make only meat, and I get me more energy when I'm eating it, and I feel better. So every single small thing I did to save time and energy. But only saving time won't help, because you can save 2 hours by not going to the gym, but if you feel like shit, then it's not worth it. So you need to think about both save time and energy. Successful people do both, not only time. It might look like time, but it's also energy. Because why decide to take because I would rather take 20 more minutes with the bike than the bus, because the bike, I get the sunlight, I get the warm-up, which takes like 10 minutes anyway, so I get healthier as I actually save time in a weird way. But think about this as you work, right? And make your work addicting. As I said, it needs to be the funnest thing in your day, the highest dopamine. Because the dopamine is motivation and pursuit, and then you will inevitably be motivated, and you want to push hard on your work, which is the most important if you're watching this video, because you probably watch this video because you want to get better at working and work rate and better work quality. Then this is the way, right, in this video. So action step: eliminate all the things robbing you of your potential, all the things that takes you time and energy. And maybe it's like anime, because if you have anime it takes a lot of time. And second, you sacrifice the gym because you don't go to the gym because you don't feel like it, because you watch anime. And then you go on TikTok, you don't feel like working anymore because you went on TikTok, and now I feel kind of I don't have no energy, and because of TikTok you start thinking, maybe I should watch anime as well. You need to eliminate all these things in your life, journal this, maybe take a walk and think for yourself, what the fuck is taking so much of my time? Maybe it's watching these videos, clicking on 4 tabs. I'm gonna watch 4 videos now, and then it's like the middle of the day. Maybe YouTube is a problem for you. You need to think for yourself. Okay, so another thing I did to increase my ability to work: now I eliminate things that took time and energy. How can I actually get more energy? Because if you eliminate all these things, then you will get more energy by eliminating bad things. But how can you actually get more? Carnivore diet. I went on ketosis instead of, I have talked about this in my guide, but ketosis and glucose, it's like 2 fuel sources. Glucose, it's like carbohydrates and sugars, and fat is like fat. So if you eat fat, then you run your body on fat instead of glucose, which is sugar. So when your body runs on fat instead of sugar, it's much better, more mitochondria, more energy, you're healthier, all these things. And going to the gym increase my mental energy. So carnivore diet, going to the gym, getting sunlight, and taking regular walks. When I take a break, I usually take a Meditation break, or I just walk outside, because walking outside is like my meditation in a way. Yeah. And yeah, and of course use that energy effectively. Maybe it's like the first thing you do, because you have like a limited amount of mental capacity in your day, because it's much easier to do the work before school than after school, because then you have used so much of your mental energy and brain points, you know what I mean? So maybe record 4 a.m., 5 a.m. when you're most able to. I just have my goals there, my camera, this was me like 5 months ago, I think. I was working really hard, my crazy timetable. I was insane back then, but I'm still insane because this is purposeful, man. But yeah, I sacrificed gym in a way. I still went to the gym, but I was a pussy and I looked quite weird. I didn't have much sunlight. Like, you see the big difference of that guy and me. Like, I have different glasses. My hair is not as stupid, because this hair was actually a distraction for me. So I literally shaved my head off. I have a picture of that, not in this guy, but in the monk mode video you can see. So as an action step right now, schedule to do your work when you have the most mental energy. So for me, it's morning. Schedule it in the morning. Work for 2-3 hours before school. Feel like you have worked hard before school even started, and then when your morning is good, your day will be inevitably better. Alright, so now I've went you through the 3 steps here, and how most people work, mindsets to help you re-educate yourself, break the brainwashing, how to actually work. 4, work smart and make it easier. So if nothing comes to you, maybe if you're a writer, then just, because there's this saying, you can't edit a blank page. Yeah, sure, this might apply to business as well, you can, but I don't edit these videos, right? I try to give you the best knowledge I can, and I want to be healthy while doing so. So in my case, sitting down, if nothing comes to you, is bad, because usually I get ideas when I go out walking. So I actually think, even for writers, like for every single businessman, if you're stuck and your brain is just like, it doesn't generate the thoughts you want to, yeah, eliminate all the addictions, have a bit of energy, don't be freaking sleep deprived and all that bad shit, but literally just go out and walk outside in solitude. Find yourself in solitude. Sit meditating, do nothing. Be alone. Because most people but loneliness is very bad for us. But we are lonely because we have social media. But that's a side tangent. But the best way to think of your life, to recharge your life, to get a new perspective, to really learn the questions that you haven't been able to get answers to, walk in solitude. That's the only way that helped me. No other bullshit, meditating half an hour, do this and this and that. The only thing that worked for me is taking a walk outside. Because I am pushing walking outside. I think it's the best habit now. Because it has served me over and over again. And now it has served me. Because I did my gym 7 times a week. I did purposeful work. I had no instant gratification or whatever. But I was still on the wrong path. I did everything. Dopamine detox, did this and that, crazy discipline, 4 a.m. morning thing. I did everything, but walking solitude was the only thing that made me change again. Because yeah, the things I said, 4 a.m. morning routine, good health and knowledge can improve your work rate, but knowing what you should actually work on and actually knowing what you should work on will give you a higher work rate, because it feels purposeful and you know that it's the right path. So the more you work on it, the better it gets. Everything gets better. So walk in solitude. It's the single best thing, literally, as an actionable step. If you're still struggling with focus, attention span, take a break from technology. If you're struggling with finding what you're needing to work hard as hell about, which you're trying to do because you want to work hard as hell and get some success or whatever, try to think of what success is actually good. Because yeah, you can discipline your way, ultra masculine 12 hours a day, but if you sacrifice health and work on the thing that is not right, it's like you only a fraction of your actually power will go into that work if you're not caring about it, because you will only do 10% the work you can do if it's something you hate. But if you love it, then you will go 100. So you literally do, I don't know, 5-6 times more productive by just working on something you like. Because yeah, you can be 2-3 times more productive by not being sleep deprived, but you can be sleep deprived and having a purpose, but you will still work. Because I am sleep deprived. Do I sound like it? I am. Because I've had I'm gonna tell you this, because last week I was out doing Noel's medical course. My routine fucked over because I had to live with my classmates, and I don't know, like, yeah, they're pretty good people, but they held me up to 2 a.m. So my morning routine sucked, because if I wake up 4 a.m, sleeping 2 a.m. is, I don't know, that's not good. So I have a fucked routine, but I went out and got some sunlight, I walked, I took a cold shower, and now I can work. But I am not optimal right now. But I wrote this when I was kind of optimal, I guess. But yeah, so I could be sleep deprived. I didn't go to the gym for 5 days. Like, honestly, one of these habits that really helped me, I didn't do because I couldn't. There was no gym there. I was having medical course, I was having shit sleep, all these things, but I had something I knew I needed to work for. I got that realization, this is what I should work. So I did these free guides today I've recorded, all these free scripts I did while being sleep deprived. I'm feeling kind of bad, but I did anyways. And it still turned out pretty good because it was important. So you can even be, health can be suffering, but if you have a clear goal, then that's really important. But I'm not saying that your health should suffer, because that will make it even better. But the thing that will do the absolute most, no BS, is finding the actual thing you need to work towards. That's the thing that will get you up in the morning, even though you don't feel like it. No BS, that's the way it worked for me. Because I was ultra disciplined, doing very healthy, but I still was tired and didn't feel right because I didn't have the purpose thingy sorted out. So finding your purpose is the best productivity hack, and then aligning everything, and from there following the advice I have here is important. That's why, as actionable step, right fucking now, walk outside if you're still struggling with this. And by being present, by being healthy, and by finding the right thing, you know this is right, you will be present because this is what I should do. And then the quality of your work will improve, and it will feel easier as well. So I've covered all these 4 steps. As a summary, most people need to have stimulation while working and cannot focus on the actual work, which is a problem. Some people are stuck because no one told them that they are drivers of their own lives. They needed a teacher to tell them. They couldn't do their own timetable. They didn't do own schedule. You have schedules in school. They didn't do them themselves, and that's what they need to do. They choose time and amount of work each day. They are responsible for everything. When actually working, try to be present, deep working, no distractions, get into that flow. And good diet, good sleep, being healthy overall is a good, will help you in this. Do the actions that increases your ability to work, gives you more mental energy, and do it when you have the energy. So, respect to you, you made it to the whole video. So, you now have the tools to finally being able to work effectively. You also know that focusing on one thing makes so much more results in that one thing. Literally essentialism. Don't have doing 5 things at the same time. Literally just doing work, focusing just on work will give you so much more results. And if this is really urgent, then get as much results as possible here, and then fix the other slack in areas of your life after you have done the thing that you cannot live without. I hope you will be able to get your desired work rate and make some progress in life, and not only watch this video for some stimulation or some motivation, actually implementing the steps I've talked about this video. So I hope this was helpful for you. So all the best from Escalax. Best regards, Escalax. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope the hope for you.